Great. Okay, so I can see on LinkedIn, good morning everybody, I am live. That is absolutely great. And Facebook, I'm live too. Yay! Okay, so good morning. Hope again you had an amazing weekend. I didn't do really anything. I was just exhausted and tired. I'm training really hard at the moment for my black belt. Yes, that is 5 to 7 hours a week. So I didn't even go to gym. I wanted to do something, but I said, no, it's not gonna happen. I'll have a proper break. So, and then I started this morning again, and we'll do this afternoon again some karate. Yes. Okay. What do we want to do today is, I just want to, 1 second, I'm getting here my coffee served. Thanks very much, Brent. Okay. So what I want to do today is, I just want to, good morning, Kanya is there. Oh God, Nicole? Nikele. Okay, sorry, Nikele. I don't have my glasses on, so then it's a little bit challenging for me to read. Good morning, great. Ayelu is there, great, good morning, yes. So I'm sure you saw that the last couple of times. I'm always back, sales. And the reason why is it's just critical for your business. And it doesn't really matter where you are in your journey. Okay, so if you are a startup, maybe you haven't even started and you want to apply for funding, or you are already an existing business, without the sales there is no business. Gladwin, good morning. They are here, and Brandon is there. Good morning. Okay, sorry, I'm sure you know that by now. That is Facebook. Down here is LinkedIn. Good morning, Gail. So I'm always looking backwards and forwards because I don't want to miss your comments, and specifically if you have any questions, I want to be able to answer them. Okay. So I'm always putting lots of emphasis. Cedric is there again. Thanks. On sales, because this is critical and essential to your business. If you don't have sales, you have no business. Okay. And so I'm playing just a couple of scenarios so that you know where you fit in. If you want to start a business, okay, and even if you don't need to apply for a loan, your first thing is to figure out if there's a market, and that requires sales skills. Yeah. And then if you want to apply for funding, you need offtake agreements. That requires sales skills. Yeah. If you are starting your business and now you need to make sure everything is happening, that requires sales skills. Okay. And if you are an existing business and you don't just want to get by, you really want to thrive, you know. So I always mention that we minimum double our sales each and every year. This year, at the moment, it doesn't look like it, but it's still my goal. I will do everything what is possible here from my side that we are able to double our sales. Okay. So, and you know what? Even if we don't get double, but it's only I don't know, still a 30, 40, 50% increase, I'm happy with that. Okay. They always say you shoot to the stars. No, you aim at the stars, and if you land on the moon, that's great. It's still an achievement. Yeah. So that means without proper sales skills, you will really have problems in your business. You are not able to get that from the ground. So this is what you need to learn. Alfred is on LinkedIn. Good morning. Gloria is there. Sophia wrote a couple of to share all over the world. Oh God. Okay, I think somebody needs to make sure that Sophia is out there. So that means you always need sales skills, and I'm shared that a couple of times. I think the challenge is always that it has something to do with your culture, where you are from, how you grew up. But my idea of sales was always like these insurance brokers. They just try to sell a refrigerator to an ice bear. My idea was always that the salesperson is ripping somebody else off. What is definitely not true, okay? And I think that's one of the first things is when I talk to somebody about the importance of sales skills, that you need to make sure that you understand that. So I always like to use our example. Okay, so we know for a fact that we are able to help most people. We can't help everybody, okay? That's if you're content, that's you contact us, we always ask questions. We want to know exactly where you are at the moment in your journey. We want to know exactly what you want to do. And with this information, we can determine there is funding available, and sometimes we also are absolutely clear and say there is no funding available. That's part of our sales process, okay? I don't want to sell a business plan to somebody when I know already at the end of the day they will not be able to raise funding, yeah? So that is the first step. And then the next step, we want to see, okay, you have a business plan, so you need to ask questions. The biggest challenge is for salespeople that they always try to talk about their own product, about their own service, and what it all can do, instead of to listen what your client really needs. Okay, and then you can say two things. You can say, it's not going to happen. This is not a solution for you. Okay, and let me tell you, your word by mouth referrals go definitely up, because lots of people say this person is straightforward, they are honest, they know exactly their product, and they will be able to advise if this solution is for you or not. Yeah, and then the next step is, of course, let's say the solution is something, then you can use their words. You know, this product is able to freeze your meat. You know, if you come with you need a fridge because you need to store your meat. It's not an argument my husband would be convinced of. He's a vegetarian, so you need to ask him first the question, what do you like to eat, and what do you want to store in a refrigerator, you know? And then you can say it's great for veggies, it has a specific veggie part, and your dairy and your milk and your cheese will be some specific temperature differences. I know these fancy, my parents have one of these fancy refrigerators, so they have a big veggie part, and then there is one specifically only for dairy, and then there's a specific one for all the other things with different temperatures in one fridge. Absolutely amazing. And then you can sell this fridge to that person because you know exactly what they need and you can offer that. So it's not just I'm trying to sell as many units as possible to clients. It is I'm trying to really help. Yeah. So that's why I always make sure all my team understands we are a consultancy, and also our sales process is part of our consultancy, and you can do that the same thing. Yeah. So I hope this helped a little bit. Let me just see if there are any questions at the moment. Just ask me. I just want Tinhiko, good morning, dear. I understand the show very carefully, so I have a business plan, but I'm not sure it's perfect. So I need help. Tinhiko, Sydney, you are here on Facebook. The easiest way is contact us via Facebook Messenger, okay? Brent is on the other side. He will ask you to send him his your business plan, and one of my project managers, Caitlin, will do a free assessment. Yeah, it's not a free amendment. Yes, okay, but it's a free assessment because we want to see how good is your plan, is this even realistic, will financier take that in consideration, and if we answer all these questions with yes, we then can say, okay, either way it's perfect, great, next step, or we say you need to have some amendments done and then you will get a quote from us. Yeah. Also for financial forecast or feasibility study or whatever the financiers in your specific case just require. Yeah. So you see, our process is the same. We see where you are, we listen to what you want, and then we are able to offer you the things you really need, you know. And then it is not this putting somebody else under pressure and you need to buy now and this is your only chance. And we always say, do it in your own time. Yeah, I personally don't want to be pressured, so I don't pressure other people. And I think that's also a nice rule of thumb, okay? And then you can, Nick, good morning. Okay, Juliana is there, good morning. Then I have somebody else here, Ayeku. Yes, Facebook is a little bit smaller here. Yes, send a message via Messenger, that's okay. So it is not putting pressure process. You need to think, if you are going out and you want to buy something and you see somebody who does really lovely process, yeah, that is, then just listen to how they do that. And then that's also something what I always do is, if I'm buying, I don't know, the refrigerator or the car, I'm always, sometimes there are some situations where you really feel, hey, they take you seriously, I like that, then I make some mental notes, okay, and then I think, okay, this is what they've done really well. Temba is there, Nkuna, yes, I missed you, Temba, so I'm doing this here at the moment on my own. I'm sure we will chat then later again. And these are things, for me, a sales process is more really a consultancy process, yeah? So because you only want to sell what this other person really needs and then of course also wants. It makes it's so much easier. One other thing what I like to share with you is, I know, so I had a couple of times some friends of mine, they said, Dagmar, I want to start a business but I don't want to sell. I said, okay, I can't help you. If you don't want to sell, you can't start a business because you need to sell. But what I also explained is, at the end of the day, we are selling the whole day, you know. You try to convince your husband to do something, you try to convince your kids to do something, you try to convince your wife something. So that is, we always do that, you know, but our what we have in our head is really that somebody is sitting there in front of us, explaining all the good things, and you need that without really listening what you need, and you feel like you are robbed off, I don't know. Pulling, in German you would say pulling somebody over the table. I'm not too sure, there must be something similar in English. You know, they just put so much pressure onto somebody so that they sell. Yeah. And that's definitely not an approach I would recommend. It's definitely also not an approach I would do. So we give our clients the time, we give our clients the explanation, what we can do for them. We always share lots of information for free, where people can go, where they can do things on their own. And at the end of the day, selling specifically services, so if you want to sell services, it's always the same, you know. So you would be able to bake your own bread, but how many people do that? Most people go to the shop and buy the bread. That's convenience, you know. So, and saving the trouble, saving the time is something where people then say, okay, that's why I'm paying a little bit extra, because I know they know what they are doing. And let's be honest, drafting a business plan, if you haven't done that before, I remember my first one was, I think, during my studies. It took me weeks, and then I was really confused. I took all these templates, was still all in Germany and in German. So, and I didn't really know what they wanted and why they needed this information. And I always thought they asked the same question again and again and again. And so it really took me weeks to do that. And I'm sure, don't ask me, I don't have that anymore, that first business plan. I know later on I was definitely able also to raise millions in euros with my business plans, but my first one, I'm sure, was definitely not good enough until I really had an understanding and the feedback, of course, then from the financiers. So you save time, you know. So this is a good argument if you offer a service, yes, and if you offer products, you need to know exactly what these products can do, and then don't just blob all the information over your potential client. Ask them questions. Yeah, why do you need that? For what do you need that? What advantages do you expect? You know, and then you can advise them. Okay, so I hope that really helped. What I would love you all to do is just write in the comments if you would like to have a proper workshop about sales. Yeah, so and, I would go then a little bit more in detail. It's really I think it would be more beginners, a workshop, okay, the first thing. Also with how to generate, a little bit about how to generate leads, and then of course the strategic proper approach here about sales and closing deals. Yeah. Okay, yes, just write a yes in the comments so that I know this is something what would interest you. Otherwise, I wish you all an absolutely successful and amazing new week. Yes, end of this year. I think we only have 5 more months, huh? So let's make sure that these months count, because a couple of months were really, yes, getting your family to know. Alex says yes, great, okay. So yes, just write some yeses in there, then we will definitely do a proper, Ayiko says yes, proper sales workshop, and I will see if I find somebody. Either way I will do that, or maybe I find somebody else in this industry who's able to do that for you. Nikela says yes, lovely, yeah? Okay, so we will definitely count at the end of the day and see if it is worthwhile, and then yeah, think about what you will cover, to really open your eyes. I want you to feel comfortable with sales. Yeah, my goal is really that you enjoy that. My consulting meetings I have, the consultations I do, I'm really enjoying. And I know my stepson was in some of them, and he said it feels like Dragon Den here. I said yes, it feels like Dragon Den for me too, you know. So And this is how you need to feel also about your own sales calls. It needs to be really, you need to feel like this is fun, you can share your expertise, you are able to help somebody. Even if you don't sell, you're still able to make sure this person is able to gain some knowledge out of this meeting and knows their next step. Yeah. Okay, great. So let me say bye-bye already to LinkedIn. LinkedIn, okay, sorry, just for you to know, if you want to contact me, do that. You can contact me also on LinkedIn via Messenger. Yeah. And I'm checking LinkedIn once or twice a day, just for you to know, so you don't get immediately answers. Facebook, for you can contact us via Messenger. Brent is there on the other side on Facebook, and he's usually in the morning, he's answering usually immediately. Yeah. So although we always say 24 hours, depends on how many inquiries we're getting in. Great. Okay, so bye-bye LinkedIn, enjoy your week, and I wish you an absolutely successful one. And I need to press end broadcast twice here. I saw there were some thumbs up there on Facebook. Okay, there are a couple of yeses, so it looks like there's definitely interest in this. And great, also to you, absolutely amazing, successful new week. And we see us next week again. Take care. Bye-bye.